Alright. Um, this is gonna be why my black ass slept in the car and shit, yo. So, why my black ass slept in the fucking car, dog? I don't know why exactly, but it was comfortable. I'm always comfortable in my own skin. Now, if I have like an extension to my skin, then I'm comfortable in that. That's like a second layer. Like my hoodie and shit. I used to wear my hoodie all the damn time. That was a fucking second layer and shit. Motherfucker, like, I'm not bulletproof, but I felt bulletproof in that shit, yo. Shit like it's like a turtle shell I could walk around with and shit. But it's really all just pretty much a mental thing for real. Um, so I'm in my car. I'm I got mad family and shit. So I'm staying at certain family members' house. Like for example, the main family member house that I stayed at was my favorite aunt slash godmother on my mother's side. I would stay at her fucking house. Um, I don't know fucking why. I'm not trying to shit on her, but I don't know fucking why. But she sleeps very fucking light. And the room I was staying in, it was right above her fucking room. So I'm already not getting no fucking sleep. I'm gonna be awake. Because I'm awake, she will wild the fuck out. Like her hearing is extra sensitive too, yo. So like I could be in the fucking bed and shit, yo, and just moving the fuck around and shit, uncomfortable. She'd scream upstairs like, "What? Shut the fuck up! All that damn noise, blah blah blah." I'm like, yo, what the fuck, yo, what the fuck? Motherfucker, I'm grown, yo. What the fuck is you talking about? I ain't say that shit to her, obviously, but I'm just thinking that shit like, what the fuck is going on, yo? All that damn noise up there. I'm like, what the fuck, yo? Now her son, he is across the hall in his room, and he's always the fuck awake. This motherfucker be awake and even playing music and shit. I'm like, how the fuck is this? So I felt uncomfortable, like, dog. I don't like feeling like double standards and shit. Like my punk ass half brother and shit. It's always like a double standard. Comparing him to everybody. Comparing him to me, comparing him to a twin sister, comparing him to my older sister. I'm like, so this motherfucker get a pass or some bullshit? Which I personally don't like. Cause I don't give a fuck what you eat don't make me shit. But I don't like that because growing up, I learned from other people's mistakes. And growing up, my father, that's what happened with him, yo. His brother, his brother was like the golden child. He was getting spoiled and shit. My father was the complete opposite of that. And he did every fucking thing. He's fucking amazing and shit. I told you, well, I don't know if I mentioned it. Yeah, I mentioned that shit. I had to. He went, his last 2 years in high school, he went undefeated and shit in wrestling. He, uh, he was a cross country winner. He played football and shit, yo. And he was good at that shit as well. Athletically, he did his fucking thing. School wise, I know he did his thing because that's who the fuck he is. He's a fucking learner. He uh he uh he became a teacher and shit. Oh, he still do research all the time, and he been making his curriculum all the time, yo. So this ain't nothing new for him. So I'm like, yo, I know he was as studious. I don't know how good of a student he was because like with me, I'm smart too. But I wasn't a great student either because these motherfuckers, white motherfuckers, ain't give a fuck about me, yo. They never leaned into me. Most of these black motherfuckers ain't. I didn't have that many anyway, but most of them ain't leaning into me either. So I'm like, man, fuck these motherfuckers. They lean back, I lean the fuck back like Fat Joe too. Fuck them. So I can only imagine him. And back then, motherfuckers wasn't leaning into his black ass, so he probably like, man, fuck these motherfuckers. So I don't know how good he did as a student, but I know as an athlete, he did his fucking thug thizzle, dog. That's how the fuck he went up Morgan. That's how the fuck he got the scholarship. Um, oh. Now, the backtracking shit. His fucking brother ended up becoming a fucking crackhead and shit, yo. Or was it heroin? I don't know. But he a fucking drug addict. But he was the one that was treated fucking good as shit. Moved his fucking wife in it or long term girlfriend in that he ended up having children with. Moved her in the house. She was disrespectful. Her kids were disrespectful to my grandmother who passed away. That I fucked up about to this day. But I'm like, yo, this is what you can't be fucked up about them mistreating you because you allowed them this shit. You gave this motherfucker the green light to do this goofy ass shit. And I just look back like, dang, dog, am I doing the same shit? Like, am I just a ripple in time? So I feel like the motherfucker has been disrespectful to my mother, yo. But also, I learned this shit from Bree as well. Bree is a different generation compared to me and compared to her brothers and sisters. So her brothers and sisters might be like, hey, you being disrespectful to mama. And she's not. All she know is growing up, this is what the fuck it is. But all they know is growing up, that's what the fuck it ain't. Like when you're a kid and you grow up talking back to your parents, it's not a big deal. It's just banter. But my age and shit, I'm an 80s baby. I grown up talking about your parents, motherfucker. You getting swung on. That's a fucking no-no. You don't do no shit like that, dog. That's a fucking violation. That's a big violation. So that's how motherfuckers are taught. And as your parents get older, they let a lot of that shit slide. They have that older, I don't know the proper word, but they just have an older soul to them, yo. Like they like grandparents. Grandparents let a lot of shit slide and just love you. That's what happens when they get older as well. They let a lot of that goofy ass shit slide and they just love you. You start talking back, they just roll their eyes. I'm like, girl, shut up. Where before, motherfucker, they pick your teeth off all the fucking ground. Don't ever talk back to me. But you learned this is disrespectful. So all you know is she been disrespectful to mama. That's all you know because that's when you came up. That's what the fuck you learned. Prime example. Look at the way these motherfuckers dress now, yo. When you grew up, you see the fucking way these motherfuckers dress. You say, oh, these motherfuckers some bitches. They some bitches, they some whores. Based on the way they dress. Because when you came up in the game, that's the outfit of some bitches. They some whores. These new motherfuckers, this is just regular shit. I'm like, motherfucker, y'all dressing bisexual as a bitch, dog. But y'all think that shit cool or slick. But different generation and shit, yo. Different time span. So, and I'm sure back in the day, it was the same way and shit, yo. Motherfuckers start wearing bell bottoms. They're like, what the fuck? These motherfuckers on drugs. These motherfuckers going to hell. Off of just bell bottoms. They regular ass pants. They just bell bottoms. That's the only difference. But also back in the day, they was wearing skin tight fucking pants. So this shit now ain't nothing new. It's just recycled and shit. It's just a different caveat of how people do things. But you gotta understand, you gotta overstand all of that shit and understand all of that shit. So you know, okay, yo, no big deal. It's just life. Let me move the fuck on and shit. Let me not be a prisoner of my past. Let me just learn the life experiences from my past and move forward, so I can fucking grow as life grows. But I'm just like, damn, dog. That's all of that shit was just some wild ass shit to me, yo. But anyway, let's get back, yo. I don't want to get too far off of that. I just want to drop that shit, but I don't want to get too far off the path. So I'm like, damn, dog. I'm getting yelled at. I don't even feel comfortable, yo. I don't get no sleep as is. I at least need to feel comfortable. If I don't feel comfortable, it'll spark my brain. I'll stay up longer. So a lot of times, I never got comfortable and I never got any sleep. Like, I never got sleep over that bitch. The whole time I was fucking awake the entire time. Because I'm awake, normally, if I'm awake, I'm moving around. You can't move the fuck around. I can't go downstairs and get something to eat. The kitchen right there near her fucking bedroom. I'll make noise. She'll wake the fuck up. Curse me the fuck out. What the fuck are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. And it's not even my house. They don't have the food that I normally eat and shit. So I'm like, yo, I don't know what the fuck they be snacking on and shit, dog. I gotta bring my own shit. So I'm like, dad, dog, this is, man, my phone and shit. I got music I can play on that shit. I'm like, yo, I can't play that shit, but so loud, dog. Motherfuckers gonna hear that shit. I gotta play that shit the same volume as the TV. But really, this shit might pick up and go through the vents louder than the TV did. So I'm like, well, shit, what the fuck, yo? I can't wash my ass and get dressed early. That way I could be ready to go out the door. Cause motherfucker, now you awake and shit. You making noise and shit. Like, why the fuck you running in the shower at 3 o'clock in the morning, bro? Shut the fuck up. Take your ass to bed. So I'm like, you know what, yo? This is just ass, dog. So eventually, yo, like once it got to a certain period of time, like normally like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I would leave and go outside to my car. Because around that time, she didn't want nobody coming in through the front door and shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. Well, that's about the time I need to dip the fuck off, yo. It was fun while it lasted. I hopped in the shower and shit. I put some clothes on and shit. Let me go hop my black ass in the car. Hop my black ass in the car. I'm just in the car, yo. In the car, I listen to some fucking music, do whatever I gotta do and shit. Play my fucking phone, and now I can go to fuck to sleep, yo. I'm comfortable in my car. It's a extension of me. It's really an extension of me. Most males, their cars are extensions of them. So that's what it was, yo. I got clothes in this bitch. I got food in this motherfucker, yo. I got pretty much everything in this bitch I need to have in this bitch, dog. Shit to drink, all that shit. And the way my car was set up, I didn't have to pop my trunk. My armrest, if I put that shit down, I could reach through that and reach into my trunk and get some shit. So I'm like, shit, I'm good, dog. I don't even gotta leave out the car, yo. This is like a mini apartment. Fuck a trailer. All I need is this shit. I'm one motherfucker. I could sleep sitting up anyway, so I don't really need too much. And I can recline this bitch. I don't need too much. So that's what I started doing and shit. And then I'm like, well, why am I even parking in front of her house and shit if I'm not even going in her house? Or once I left out of the house, I might as well go ahead and just dip off, yo. Sometimes the only time I would really stay parked in front of her house, I mean, not at first I was there, but after like, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm like, man, what the fuck this shit. Only time I would stay is if I know, okay, she gotta get up and leave for work. When she get up and leave for work, she could just tap me on my fucking window, wake me the fuck up. Shit, I could roll out when she roll out. She'll be my goddamn alarm, yo. Now I know for a fact I ain't gonna oversleep. And if anything, when she wake me up, now I'm woke. Now, shit, let me run in the house, wash my ass real fast, get dressed, and hop back off. And I'm off to work too. No problem. This is a perfect alarm clock. Um, Once I got used to shit and I got comfortable and shit, I was like, well, fuck it. I don't need to even sleep in front of the fucking house. And then I'm like, I don't even really need to stop in front of the house. I used to park my shit around the fucking corner and shit, like different places all around the corner and shit. Like I'm out hood lawn and shit. There's mad spots out hood lawn I could be parked at and shit, yo. Mad fucking spots. And then my father is not too far, yo. You go down, what's that? Weatherdale Road. I had a car crash in that bitch, dude. My first car crash in that bitch. But anyway, Weatherdale Road. You go down that fucking street, yo. You pretty much in my father's house. You like 5 minutes away. Yeah, really less from his house. So I grew up around there. That's Midway. I know all the little spots around this bitch I could sleep in on and shit, yo. I could park in somebody's house and that should be an empty ass house. I could park there no problem. Police ain't gonna fuck with you, dog. Cause this really residential. They don't even be back here like that, yo. They when they be back here, it's only on the hot spots, like the hot streets, not the regular ass streets. Shit, sometimes, dog, I used to walk out through the fucking in a park and shit. One spot where I park my car at is right beside the park, like Lincoln Park, right beside Lincoln Park. And a couple times I got bored and just walked in that bitch, dog. One time, one time I think I had to just piss. I got the fuck out. I had to go piss. I got bored, sat down on the fucking bench, and fucking fell asleep on the bench, dog. Like literally just fell the fuck asleep, yo, for like hours. It was like 3 or 4 hours and shit. I was knocked the fuck out. I woke up like, oh shit, what the fuck? I was asleep. What the fuck? I was asleep. Fuck this shit. And another time, dog, I literally did that shit on purpose. Like, well, shit, I did it before, dog. Had a hoodie on and shit. Slept, like, sat there and shit. Put my head down. Fell right the fuck asleep again. I'm like, oh shit. That shit really worked, dog. I really fell asleep. Because I'm not used to getting sleep. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm getting some sleep. Fuck this shit. That shit worked. I ain't do it a third time, though. Cause I'm like, yo, fuck this. Yo, animals and shit and came through, yo. Foxes, deer, all kind of shit. I done seen shit while I was half asleep and shit. Eyes glowing up and shit, yo. And coming towards me. They wasn't like standing there looking. So I'm like, man, fuck all that, dog. Motherfucker, I wake up, fuck up. There's a fucking raccoon at my ankle or some shit, man. Fuck all this shit, yo. Fuck all this shit. But I just wanted to try it out and it worked. So I'm like, what the fuck? Maybe that's the cure and shit. Maybe I need to set up a goddamn tent out this bitch or some shit, yo. Get some motherfucking sleep for real. But I like nature. I've been running through the woods since I was little, so it ain't shit to me, yo. So I'm like, huh. I found spots in there. It looked like people already stayed there before and shit. Like, Lord, evidence that shit somebody was sleeping over. Like, I don't know who was there. I don't know if homeless people did this shit, people that work for the park did this shit, or just like somebody that was just native that just wanted to just dug that shit out already. But it was like a dug out spot. Like it looked like it used to be like a Native American house or some shit like that. I'm like, damn, this shit wild. But yeah, man. Um, stay at my fucking father's house and shit, yo. I slept in the car over his house a couple times too. Like fuck it. Our house is just a home and shit, yo. Motherfucker, my home is in that fucking car, dog. Like this house don't feel like a fucking home, dog. Motherfucker, I feel like a just like Tammy and shit. I feel like a stranger in this goddamn house. Let me go to my fucking car. I'm not a stranger in my fucking car. It's my shit. So that's what the fuck it was, yo. My favorite aunt slash godmother on my father's side, she lived right down the street, yo. Stopped by her house and shit, yo. One time I slept over. The other two times, I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I'm just park this motherfucking shit. Park that bitch right there, yo. I'm like, I don't need to go in there and announce myself if I'm only gonna be sitting in the car anyway. Just park this bitch, go the fuck out. I did that shit a lot of places, yo. Like a lot of my family members, I just parked in front of their house and shit, yo. Never said nothing to you or said something to them later and shit. Like later that day or later the next day. Yeah, I was parked in front of your house and shit last night, yo. And if you look out the window, that was me and shit. I was on guard, ain't nobody come through and shit. And by the time I was asleep, wasn't nobody walking around. Um, I used to catch the bus over east. I'm out the county, so I drive out the county to over east. Park my car. When I park my car, then I would hop on a bus and take the bus all the way to the fucking work and shit. I start doing that shit all the time. Next thing you know, I remember one time, yo, I don't know what the fuck happened, yo, but I was late. When I was late, motherfuckers gave me a ticket. Nah, not a ticket. They gave me a warning. Like, hey, look, you gotta have your car out by nighttime and shit, yo. We thought you was leaving your shit overnight. And I was just late. I ain't leave my shit overnight. I was just late. I think, matter of fact, no, I think one time I was overnight. I ended up parking my car and then, like, fuck it. Staying at my favorite aunt slash godmother house on my mother's side for the night. Like, fucking, I'm already over here. Let me ride home with you. I got extra pair of clothes at your house already, so let me just ride back with you. And that's when they gave me the warning, like, hey, don't do this shit again. We gonna find you and tow you. I'm like, shit, well, good looking out, they ain't tow my shit. So that let me know, like, you know what, for now on, I don't need to leave my shit over here, dog. Let me leave my shit in the fucking apartments. Used to leave my shit in the fucking apartments. And then I used to hang in the fucking apartments and shit. Like just chill over there and shit. All night long I would chill over in the fucking apartments. And around like what, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I finally get bored and finally get tired. Go to my car and shit. And finally lay down, go to bed, lock the door. Cause all while I'm awake, I'm just, walking around, pacing back and forth, listening to music and shit, trying to get myself tired. Cause I ain't gonna never get myself tired just sitting in the car chilling. I'll sit in that bitch comfortable until the sun fucking come up. So I'm like, let me stand up and walk around so I'll physically be tired. Like to the point where like, yo, my legs are tired, they drain. I feel like I need to sit the fuck down. But if I sit the fuck down prematurely, I'm gonna just sit down and catch my breath and stay awake. Let me keep going until I feel like I need to sit the fuck down and lay the fuck down. That's when I feel like, alright, I'm fatigued enough that I feel tired all over. I'll get in the car, go right to sleep. So I used to do that shit. And like rats and shit. Rats go back to where they know. Same way with me and shit. Uh, Not saying I'm a rat, but shit, fuck it. Why the fuck not? Rats are actually cherished animals in China and shit, cause they had mad traits that are all good traits and qualities and shit. So shit, I be master splitting out this bitch, no fucking problem. He's still a fucking master, like Bruce Leroy. But anyway, back to me having a glow. So I got the fucking glow and shit. I'm like, alright, dog, I got the fucking glow. Let me sit my monkey ass in this motherfucking shit and go to bed, yo. And used to park that shit all around, all around that, yo. But the main place, my car used to be parked at the Giants. So all around the fucking Giants, I used to be parked in different spots, all around that motherfucker, yo. Uh, Now I fucked with somebody and shit, yo, that lived in uh Parkside Gardens. And growing up, I used to be around that bitch. Like I used to hang out Radicky all the fucking time. But I used to be around Parkdale Gardens here and there just a little bit. Cause I ain't know nobody like I knew motherfuckers out Radicky and shit. Shout out to Radicky, dog. I fucked with them. But yeah, I can't park my car around Radicky, dog, cause it's too fucking hot. It's police go through that bitch all night long, yo. I'm like, yo, can I park it in the apartments out here? I'm like, nah, it's too many people out this bitch. I don't want nobody in my business and shit, man. Fuck that shit. Making myself hot. Fuck that. So I ain't parked my car Radical and shit, even though I used to be around there. But all around the fucking Giants and shit, yo. I gotta leave the parking lot, so I'm like, well, fuck it. Let me just ride around this bitch. I know my this one girl, she used to be my slut. Now she my ex slut. She lived in an apartment complex behind there and shit. I talked to my godfather. He named the apartment complex the other day, but I'm like, I don't remember that shit, yo. So I used to be in them bitches, yo. I think she was still living over there. I'm like, well, shit. I think she living with her fucking boyfriend. I can't impose myself and shit. I mean, I could and see how the shit turn out. But I'm like, nah, dog. She a fucking slut, but she a good slut. I hope they work the fuck out. They didn't, but I'm like, I hope they work the fuck out. Let me not come between them and shit, yo. I'm gonna give a dick from time to time, but if that's actually helping y'all relationship, dog, cause now she'll be nicer to you. But I'm like, I ain't gonna try to impose, so fuck that shit. And I ain't gonna feel comfortable over that bitch anyway. I'm gonna probably sleep in the car again anyway. I'll be in that bitch for like, what, an hour or two? Then I'm like, fuck this shit, let me go to the car. So I'm like, well, fuck it. I might just stay in the fucking car. Park my car around there so I know I ain't gonna get towed or broke into or nobody do some fuck shit. So all around that fucking area and shit, yo. All around Garden Village and shit, yo. I was parking my shit, dog. Different spots. All the time. And when I mean different spots, I did this shit for like over a year. So it was mad different spots. It's 300 something days in a fucking year, yo. You do the math and shit, yo. Was I doing this shit no weekend? Normally not. But 5 days out the fucking week, that's what the fuck I'm up to and shit, yo. Like, fuck this shit. I always had to change the clothes and shit. Always had shit to wash my ass and shit. I stay, with everything I need, I stay with that shit on me and in the car and shit. In the car, I got like 3 of them bitches, and on me, I got just 1 of them bitches. So I'm like, well, shit. I could do a John Wayne real fast off somebody's fucking house. Shit, I could do a John Wayne and shit if I leave the building and shit and just fucking ride the fuck out, yo. I know fucking with Dr. Sabi and shit, RIP to Dr. Sabi. He had this what is it called? Eva salve Salve. I don't know how the fuck you pronounce it, but salve. I put that shit on, yo. Motherfucker, I didn't sweat or nothing, dog. Like I hopped out when I hopped out the shower, I put that shit the fuck on, dog. I didn't put no deodorant on. I just used that as deodorant. I did not fucking sweat and shit, yo. I'm like, shit, I don't even need to wash my ass and shit for like 48 hours and shit. But after that, you know, the shit start to get moist. I'm like, oh shit, my underarm's sweating. All right, now let me put some deodorant on and shit, yo, real fast, yo. That way the shit don't get the rocking and shit. But that's because I was on Dr. Sebi shit religiously. So because I was on his shit religiously, your body is not gonna drop off the waste like that. Cause all that sweat shit is just fucking waste. That's just toxins coming out your fucking body, yo. I didn't have none of them toxins coming out my fucking body, dog. So the few times I did sweat, it wasn't like that shit was rocking anyway. Cause that is the number one, what would you call that shit? Not excretion, or was it secretion? Whatever, yo. That is the biggest waste. Your body, your skin, that is the number one waste. That's the number one producer of waste. I forgot the proper word for it, but you know the fuck I'm talking about. That's the number one producer of waste. You taking a shit and pissing, that's 2 and 3, but that's not number one. Sweating that shit out your pores, that's the number one. But I was on the Dr. Sebi shit, so I didn't have none of that fucking waste and shit, dog. And the fucked up part is, you don't smell yourself, so you don't know what the fuck you smell like. But the thing is, I ask people and shit. Motherfucker, like to the point where I lift my arm up. Yo, smell this shit, dog. What it smell like you? Still smell fresh? Still smell fresh? Like the fucking commercial and shit, yo. I forgot what detergent that is, but like, still fresh? Still fresh? Still fresh. I was like, okay, all right, cool. This is day number 2, yo. I don't smell like ass. Okay, all right, well, hey, look, hey, day number 2, dog. I'm not gonna go past 2 days though, yo. I'm just saying. I only went past 2 days one time just to see how far I can go, how far I can make it. And then motherfucker was like, yo, I smell something. It don't stink, but I do smell something. I said, all right, cool. That's like 4 days and shit. All right, fuck it. That's the limit. Fuck that shit. I ain't going past that. Because you going from smelling to smelling stink can happen overnight, dog. It can happen real fast. So I'm like, yo, fuck this. That's good enough. And I was drinking my gallon of water a day. So I was pissing like a fucking racehorse and shit. I'm in my car and shit. I gotta get out my car, go take a piss. So I had to, be parked in spots where I could piss at, or at least be parked somewhere where I can just go around the corner and piss or some shit like that. So, yeah, I'm not taking no big ass dumps, but I damn sure had to piss like a fucking racehorse and shit. Like Cat Williams, like a racehorse on my way to the Kentucky Derby. Working with a monster. Yeah, man. Yeah. It was some good times, dog. It was some good times. I used to park out near the plaza and shit like that, yo. All around the fucking plaza, yo. Like literally all around that shit. I had like mad favorite spots that I used to just park at, yo. And be fucking just chilling. Like I was good right there. this one spot I used to park at, yo. It was like at the end of this block. I didn't know end of this block was connected to another street. I'm like, what the fuck? This whole time they connected. I ain't know that shit. I'm like, I've been parking right here this whole time. I could have been parking right around the corner. Cause that whole time I didn't know they was connected. The two parking spots that I used to park at was like fucking walking distance from each other. I would take this way, the long way, to get to this spot. I would take the other way, the long way, to get to this spot. Not realizing they fucking connected in the middle. Like, what the fuck? I realized that shit. I'm like, what the fuck? That's fucking crazy. But I was cool because, hey, nobody called the police on me and shit, yo. And I know it was some nosy ass neighbors looking out their shit. I used to park right there in golf course and shit. Right there in the golf course. I parked in the mad fucking spots, yo. All over east and west and shit, yo. Like I said, the one motherfucker I fuck with over east, I'm like, damn, dog. What if they see me and shit, yo? They probably gonna think I'm stalking their ass. I'm like, man, fuck them. I don't give a fuck. You think whatever the fuck you want to think. If you're a real motherfucker, you would just ask me. But that would have been a good look, yo. Cause 9 out of 10, I'm gonna leave and shit. I'm only, I will only be staying to drop some dick off. The only way I'm spending the night is if like you go like I'm traumatized, yo. So the only way I could really sleep for real, I gotta have I gotta have Shorty sleep like on me, like on my arm and shit, and I gotta hold in a headlock. Like that, I can fucking go to sleep like a motherfucker, yo. Even if we don't fuck, as long as we sleep like that, I can go to sleep like a motherfucker. But motherfuckers, they gonna feel like, oh, this motherfucker trying to freeload, this motherfucker trying to move in, and all this goofy ass shit. And the one thing I don't want to do is overstay my fucking welcome anywhere, yo. It's not a good feeling for me, and it's just not a good feeling. It's not a good idea, one, to overstay your welcome, and then it's not a good feeling for me. I want to go where the fuck I'm loved and shit. Like what you'll say, yo? Kevin Gates said that shit on a commercial and shit. Go where you celebrate it, not where you tolerate it. So that's where the fuck I want to be at, dog. Cause to be honest, dog, I could drop some money and just bang, here you go. This rent money for the month. Now what? Now I move in for a month and shit. Now you ain't tripping. All right, well fuck this shit. I don't even want to be here the whole month. Here go half this shit. I just come in a day or two and shit, and leave some clothes here. No big deal. Wish I did. I think I did leave some clothes over there before. I think I picked it up though, but who knows and shit. I don't even remember shit. I do have a memory fucking issue. Well documented memory fucking issue, but who gives a fuck if it's well documented? Because nobody gives a fuck. Michael Jackson taught me that shit. Nobody gives a fuck about your trials and tribulations, dog. My father said that shit, yo. They want to know, did a ship get brought in? They don't give a fuck about the waves that you encountered. They give a fuck about, did the ship get in? Did you bring the ship home? That's what they give a fuck about. They don't give a fuck about no goddamn waves, no goddamn nothing. So I'm like, shit. That is the truth. But yeah, man. So that's what I did all the time and shit, yo. Different spots. I can keep going on about all the different spots and shit, but like that'd be like mundane and shit. I touched on it a little bit about what I learned from this shit. But the main thing that I learned from this shit, the main thing that I want to teach as well is you have to be comfortable in your own fucking skin, yo. Wherever the fuck you are, you have to be comfortable in your own fucking skin. And you have to adapt. It's all about adapting, yo. Like a show that I ain't gonna say I watch it a lot now, but I used to watch this shit a lot. I mean, I probably quote every episode of it. It's a show called Naked and Afraid. They make them motherfuckers get ass naked, and they need to survive 21 days in the fucking wilderness. Ass naked, just got some fucking tools and shit. So that's literally like symbolic to fucking life, yo. You came out the womb ass naked, dog. Like in life, you really are ass naked. You might think that you fucking got clothes on and shit, and you got something covering yourself. Like you got makeup to cover yourself up. You got clothes and hats to cover yourself. But to be honest, you really ass out, yo. You ass the fuck out. Cause even with all those clothes on, you still feel naked. Cause you still feel shy. That's why people cover their face up and shit. They got a whole coat on, but they still cover their face up because they feel shy. So it's not about what you got on the outside. It's about what's on the inside. Because on the inside, you're still assed out naked, dog. So I'm like, okay, you assed out naked, but you can survive all of this shit. God don't put nothing on your plate that you can't fucking handle. You gotta man the fuck up and survive all of this shit. So that's what it's all about. It's all about just adapting and shit. Like, oh, I need to get back home and I need to get this and I can't rest unless I'm in my bed. Motherfucker, Dr. E.T. said that shit. Motherfucker, you not gonna die? Yeah, I ain't eating. I'm not eating right unless I'm back home. I only eat right when I'm back home. Okay, go through it. It's just life. Go through it. I'll probably post that shit in the fucking description so motherfucking know what the fuck I'm talking about. But it's only life, dog. It's only a little bit of pain, dog. Like go through that shit. Like he said, I've been homeless and shit, so I don't have the same amount of pain and shit. Motherfucker, I had a fucked up ass life, yo. Well, I ain't have I don't want to say I had a fucked up life, yo. I had a good life, dog. But I had fucked up incidents, and those incidents turned me into who the fuck I am and shit, yo. Not saying it turned me to a monster, but those life experiences are what caused me to be who the fuck I am. Somebody could have went through the same life experience and got something different from it. What the fuck I got from it and shit, yo, turned me a little bit colder and colder and colder. Like I really had no emotions and shit, yo. I really had apathy. I've been having apathy for years, decades. After my coma, I had medical apathy. But before that, I just had regular apathy where I just didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck. I still don't give a fuck. You can't pay me to give a fuck. Like, I give a fuck a lot. Like, to the point where, like, I used to have empathy. And I used to feel people pain. Like, I could physically feel other individuals' pain. But at the same time, I'm a Libra. I can cut that shit the fuck off, dog, and go cold. And then at that period of time, I stopped even feeling other people empathy, yo. I'm like, I don't feel none of that shit, dog. I can't relate. I don't feel that shit no more. That's when the apathy really kicked the fuck in, where I couldn't feel the empathy anymore, like at all. And then that the part of me being able to cut that shit the fuck off, I always could cut that shit the fuck off, yo. Probably since like 11, 12. Probably around the time my grandmother passed away, R.I.P. Was around the time I really can hit a switch and just cut that shit the fuck off. And when I cut that shit the fuck off, dog, I don't have no feeling, yo. I don't give a fuck. I don't have no feeling about anything. You could cry blood in front of me, dog. I would not fucking blink. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, yo. And now, I still have that shit. Now, it's not like I gotta hit a switch and feel that way. Motherfucker, I feel that way damn near all the fucking time, yo. Like, literally all the fucking time. You can literally pass the fuck out in front of me, yo, and be choking up, having a seizure and blood coming out. I wouldn't give a fuck, yo. I'll walk around your ass. That ain't my fucking business, dog. I don't give a fuck. Don't get no fucking blood on me, yo. Fuck that shit. People all are born to die anyway, yo. Fuck that shit. You be alright. You tough, right? You tough, right, B? So, that's what the fuck it is, dog. Way before when I was younger, that was an outer shell. I would feel that way a lot, but that was really like an outer shell using it as like a defense mechanism. But I would still be like, damn, yo. I'm showing them I don't give a fuck. But in my head and heart, I actually do give a fuck a little bit. But now, in my head and heart, I don't feel none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. So, you couldn't make me feel that shit even if you tried. And even back then when I did feel that shit, like I didn't show it, but I still felt it. It'd only be like 57% of the time I would feel that shit. I wouldn't show it at all, but I would feel that shit. But I wouldn't do nothing about it. I wouldn't show it. So, cause I ain't show it, I didn't act on it either. So people like, oh, you cold blooded, and walk the fuck away. Cool. Because I seen mad people act on that shit, and they kindness get took for weakness. That's one of my pet peeves. I don't like my kindness getting took for weakness. That's really a pet peeve of mine. And I've really seen people take my kindness and other people's kindness for weakness. So even if I did feel some kind of fucking way, I'm still not helping, because I don't know who the fuck you is or what the fuck you on and what the fuck you about. So fuck you too. I got kids, man. We starving. I won't even say so. I'll just look at you. Not say nothing. I'm not obligated to answer your ass. Who the fuck is you for me to be answering to you? But yeah, now I don't feel none of that shit, dog. Any emotion and shit, motherfucker, that shit's just an act. I'm just playing a part. I'm playing like I, give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Oh, what's the matter? Oh, damn, that's fucked up. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, dog. I don't give a fuck, yo. Motherfucker, it could be a whole crowd of people laughing. It could be a whole crowd of people crying. I wouldn't give a fuck either way, yo. None of that shit would move me, yo. One way or the other, yo. Whatever the fuck y'all doing, y'all doing. But I wouldn't give a fuck. It could be a crowd, a room full of tears, a room full of blood. I would not give a fuck one way or the other, yo. Don't fucking get that shit on me. That's all the fuck I'm thinking about. Motherfucker, I've been passatory for a minute, dog. I always been a universal soldier. I always keep my fucking composure. But now that I had medical apathy to go along with my regular apathy that I already been feeling throughout the fucking years and shit, easy as shit, dog. Easy as shit. Motherfucker, I'm cold-hearted for real. Which before it used to be fucked up to say, so I ain't say it. But now that I had medical apathy and I can't even help it, now I'm like, well, fuck it. It might be fucked up to say, but shit, I'm fucked up. So fuck it. You gotta deal with the shit like I gotta deal with the shit. You feel some kind of way about it? Welcome to my fucking world, bitch. Fuck you talking about? Yeah, man. So these life lessons, dog, it's just shit to go through, dog. It's only life, yo. It's just shit to go through. Like Winston Churchill say, yo, when going through hell, the best thing to do, keep going.